Hi everyone, if you are struggling and not getting success, this video is for you. There's one truth in life that nobody can change. Your success is in your hand, is not the hand of luck. The only person who have power to decide your future is you. But question is, do you believe in yourself today? We'll talk about it. If you find this video fruitful, then you can appreciate me by like and subscribe and start a new journey with me. Let's start the topic success. It's a word we all crave, a word that promises achievement, recognition, and fulfillment. But what if I told you that success isn't an event? It's not a big bang that happens once and suddenly everything falls into place. No, success is a journey, an ongoing process, a day-by-day pursuit. Every day when you wake up, you have two choices: to start the day with a mindset that says, I will try my best today, or to let the weight of yesterday's struggles control you. It's easy to get overwhelmed by the big picture, to look at where you want to be and feel like it's impossible to get there. But the truth is, success is built little by little, moment by moment. It's the small victories, the little steps, the incremental progress that shapes the future we dream of. Success is a daily journey, not a one-time event. This idea shifts the perspective from seeking instant gratification to appreciating the gradual process that brings long-term achievements. In our fast-paced world, we are often conditioned to believe that success should come quickly, whether it's through overnight fame, sudden breakthroughs, or lightning-fast results. However, true success doesn't materialize that way. It's a process, an evolution that takes time, dedication, and constant effort. Every action, every decision, every small step you take is part of a larger journey that shapes your future. When we think about success as something that happens in a single moment, we set ourselves up for disappointment. We wait for the big breakthrough, the moment when everything changes, when success is finally realized. But that's a limited perspective. Success is not a destination but a path. It's the culmination of all the small moments that build up over time. It's the decisions you make when you're tired, the effort you put in when no one is watching, and the resilience you show when you encounter setbacks. These moments, though they might seem insignificant in the short term, compound over time to create something extraordinary. This approach requires patience. It's about understanding that the process is just as important, if not more important, than the outcome. When you focus only on the end result, you risk losing sight of the journey itself. The beauty of success lies not just in reaching the peak, but in the climb, in the lessons learned along the way. Each day offers an opportunity to take a step closer to your goal. It's the accumulation of these small, consistent actions that leads to growth. The progress might be slow, but it's steady, and with each small victory, you move closer to your vision. We live in an age of comparison. Social media, advertisements, and success stories often make us believe that success should happen quickly and that if it hasn't, we're falling behind. But the reality is that everyone's journey is different. What looks like overnight success to the outside world is often the result of years of hard work, persistence, and learning. The person who seems to have it all together may have spent countless days working behind the scenes, building their skills, overcoming challenges, and growing in ways that aren't visible to the public eye. Success is rarely as instantaneous as it appears. More often than not, it's a result of consistent daily effort over time. Thinking of success as a daily journey also teaches us to embrace the process, to find joy in the work itself rather than in the anticipation of the final outcome. It's easy to become fixated on the big picture and forget that each day is a chance to learn, to grow, and to improve. Every day is an opportunity to make progress, no matter how small it may seem. If you focus on making the best of each day, you'll find that over time you've made significant strides toward your goals without even realizing it. This mindset requires a shift in how we define success. Instead of waiting for the moment when we finally feel successful, we should focus on measuring success in terms of effort, growth, and progress. Success isn't just about what you achieve at the end, but about what you do every day to move toward that goal. It's the work, the discipline, the resilience, and the persistence that builds success day by day. By embracing this daily journey, you allow yourself to enjoy the process, to learn from setbacks, and to celebrate the small wins along the way. Each day brings its own challenges and triumphs, but when you approach success as a gradual, ongoing journey, you give yourself the space to grow, adapt, and thrive in ways that aren't possible when you're focused solely on the final destination. Success isn't something that happens in a moment. It's built with every step you take, one day at a time. Small actions and incremental progress lead to big results. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that significant change requires massive efforts or drastic actions. We often look for the shortcut, the quick fix, the magic solution that will propel us towards success in one grand move. But the truth is that lasting change is rarely achieved in such a way. It's the small, consistent actions that ultimately make the biggest impact. These seemingly insignificant steps, when repeated over time, compound and create extraordinary results. Think about how we build a house. You don't start with a roof, and you certainly don't skip the foundation. The house is built brick by brick, each layer adding to the structure. At first, it may seem like progress is slow, but every brick laid is a crucial part of the whole. Success operates in much the same way. Every small decision, every tiny action, no matter how minor it seems at the time, contributes to the larger picture. These small actions, whether they're improving a skill, dedicating an hour to your passion, or making a healthier choice, create a foundation for bigger achievements down the road. The beauty of incremental progress is that it allows for steady, sustainable growth. Rather than exhausting yourself trying to make huge leaps, focusing on small improvements helps you stay motivated and consistent. A lot of people give up too soon because they expect immediate results. When they don't see drastic changes right away, they assume that their efforts are in vain. But success isn't built on dramatic shifts. It's shaped by the gradual, day-by-day progress that can be difficult to notice in the short term. It's also important to recognize that small actions often lead to big results in ways we don't expect. A single act of kindness may not change the world, but it might inspire someone else to do the same, creating a ripple effect. Likewise, one day of disciplined effort may not seem to make a difference on its own, but over time, those small efforts compound and accumulate, creating momentum. Often, the smallest of steps create the foundation for the big breakthroughs. It's the everyday habits that lay the groundwork for something extraordinary. In this way, incremental progress gives us room to learn, to fail, and to improve. Success is not about being perfect from the start. It's about continuing to move forward. Even if those movements are small, we learn from each misstep, each mistake, and each piece of feedback and adjust accordingly. Over time, these corrections become part of the path that leads to mastery, and that mastery builds the success we envision. What makes small actions so powerful is that they're sustainable. You don't burn out by trying to do everything at once. Instead, you create a rhythm, a routine, routine and a pattern that's easier to maintain in the long term. When you commit to small actions each day, they build on each other, and soon you're operating at a higher level than you ever thought possible. It's the consistency that leads to greatness, not the occasional bursts of effort. It's the person who shows up every day, even when it's tough, who eventually reaps the rewards. And here's the thing, when you focus on small actions, you also build momentum. Success isn't just about the actions themselves, it's about the mindset they create. Every small win fuels the next one. When you take action, no matter how small, you begin to see the power of consistency. You gain confidence, clarity, and motivation to keep going. That momentum is what ultimately carries you forward when things get challenging, and it's the result of all the small actions that add up over time. It's easy to be discouraged when you don't see big results immediately, but the process of incremental progress teaches you patience. You understand that real change doesn't happen overnight, and you stop seeking instant gratification. Instead, you learn to appreciate the journey, knowing that each step, no matter how small, is leading you toward your goals. Success isn't a giant leap, it's a collection of small steps taken consistently that over time lead to extraordinary achievements. Consistency is key in building lasting success. The concept of consistency often gets overlooked in our pursuit of greatness. We tend to focus on the bursts of inspiration, the moments when we feel driven and motivated, assuming that success comes in those flashes of energy. However, the truth is that lasting success is not built on bursts of effort, but on consistent daily action. Consistency is the silent force behind every achievement, the quiet worker that ensures progress continues. Even when motivation wanes or challenges arise, when you are consistent, you are creating a habit, a routine that becomes part of who you are. Habits shape your life far more than motivation ever can. Motivation can be fleeting, inspired by external factors or temporary emotions, but consistency is something you can control. It's not dependent on how you feel in the moment. It's about showing up, doing the work, and taking action day after day, regardless of whether you're feeling inspired or not. Consistency doesn't rely on a perfect mood or ideal circumstances. It's about commitment, discipline, and the willingness to keep moving forward even when it feels like nothing is happening. In fact, success is built through the consistent effort you put in during the days when the results aren't immediately visible. It's easy to stay motivated when things are going well, when you're seeing progress and feeling good about the work you're doing. But the real test comes during the moments when you feel like you're stuck or when the progress is slow. That's when consistency is most important. It's when you can't see the results right away that you need to push through and continue doing the work. Success doesn't show up overnight. It's a gradual process that rewards those who keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Consistency also helps build momentum. When you keep showing up, even on the days when it feels difficult or inconvenient, you start to create a cycle of progress. Each action, no matter how small, adds to the next. Over time, these actions stack up, and you begin to see results not because you suddenly did something extraordinary, but because you never stop showing up. This momentum becomes self-sustaining. The more you commit to being consistent, the easier it becomes to maintain that consistency. It's a feedback loop of effort and progress. One of the key benefits of consistency is its power to develop skills and knowledge. Mastery in any field doesn't come from occasional spurts of effort. It comes from the daily, relentless practice. Whether you're learning a new language, mastering a sport, or working toward a career goal, consistency is what helps you refine your abilities over time. The more consistent you are with your practice, the better you become and the faster you progress. Skill development isn't about doing something perfectly from the start. It's about doing it consistently and improving as you go. Consistency also builds trust and reliability, both with yourself and with others. When you show up consistently, people begin to trust that you will keep your word, follow through on your commitments, and stay focused on your goals. Whether you're working with a team, building a personal brand, or just trying to improve yourself, consistency is what makes you reliable. It shows that you're someone who can be depended upon, someone who doesn't give up after the first challenge or the first failure. This reliability is invaluable in all areas of life, both professionally and personally. Additionally, being consistent allows you to adapt and improve over time. When you commit to consistent action, you give yourself the space to learn from your mistakes and make adjustments along the way. You aren't rushing to reach the finish line, so you have the time to evaluate, correct, and improve your approach as you go. This long-term perspective allows for deeper learning and growth, as opposed to trying to sprint towards success and missing out on the lessons that come from steady, ongoing effort. While it's easy to get distracted by the allure of quick fixes and immediate results, consistency is what sustains long-term success. It's not the flashy moments or the bursts of inspiration that make a difference. It's the commitment to daily effort, the discipline to keep going, and the resilience to push through even when progress feels slow. By staying consistent, you not only build skills and momentum, but you also create the habits and mindset necessary to achieve lasting success. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. This mindset is a fundamental shift that transforms how we view obstacles in our lives. We often see challenges as roadblocks, things to be avoided or feared, but in reality, they are some of the most valuable experiences we can have. It's through challenges that we learn, adapt, and grow. Without challenges, there is no progress. Without adversity, there is no strength. Life's greatest lessons often come from the hardest moments, and by embracing those challenges, we open ourselves to growth in ways we could never have imagined if we had chosen to avoid them. Challenges force us out of our comfort zones. It's easy to stay in the familiar, to stick with what feels safe and predictable, but true growth never happens when we are in our comfort zone. Growth happens when we stretch ourselves, when we take on something that feels difficult or uncomfortable. It's through these moments of discomfort that we discover new strengths, talents, and capabilities within ourselves. When we challenge ourselves, we are forced to think differently, to approach problems in new ways, and to develop skills that we might not have otherwise. The discomfort of a challenge is not something to shy away from. It is the catalyst for personal evolution. Challenges teach us resilience. It's easy to give up when things get tough, but it's through persistence that we become stronger. Life is not a straight path. It is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected hurdles. When we face a challenge and push through it, we develop the resilience to handle future challenges with more ease and confidence. Each challenge we overcome builds our ability to bounce back stronger, teaching us that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities to learn and grow. Life is not for the faint, and we're not for the faint heart, but opportunities to learn and grow. With each obstacle we face, we increase our capacity to endure, adapt, and thrive. Challenges also help us gain perspective. Often, when we are in the midst of a challenge, it can feel overwhelming. We might question why things are happening the way they are, or wonder if we are on the right path. But challenges provide us with the opportunity to step back and reassess. They give us the chance to evaluate our goals, our motivations, and our approach. Sometimes a challenge forces us to look at things from a different angle, and in doing so, we uncover new insights that we would have missed if things had gone smoothly. Through challenges, we gain clarity and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our journey. Embracing challenges encourages innovation and creativity. When faced with a problem, we are often forced to think outside the box. Challenges push us to find new solutions, to be creative in our thinking, and to innovate in ways that we might not have done if everything were easy. It's through this creative thinking that we make breakthroughs. We find new ways to approach old problems, and in doing so, we build skills and abilities that help us succeed in the future. Challenges, in essence, are opportunities to innovate, to find better ways to do things, and to push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. In addition to all of this, challenges help us build confidence. When we face a difficult situation and overcome it, we gain a sense of accomplishment. This success boosts our self-confidence as we realize that we are capable of handling tough situations. It shows us that we are stronger than we think and that we have the ability to rise to any occasion. With each challenge we tackle, our confidence grows and we become more willing to take on the next challenge that comes our way. Over time, this confidence becomes an essential part of our character, enabling us to face the unknown with courage and determination. By embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, we shift our entire approach to life. Rather than avoiding difficulties or feeling defeated by them, we learn to see them as stepping stones on our journey to success. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Challenges help us discover our true potential and unlock new opportunities for growth and development. The obstacles we face today shape the person we become tomorrow, and by facing them head-on, we give ourselves the best chance to reach our highest potential. Focus on the present moment, not the end result. This idea is incredibly important in today's world, where we are constantly bombarded by distractions and the future often seems like the only thing worth thinking about. We spend so much time focusing on the end goal that we forget to appreciate the journey. The end result is important, yes. But it's the present moment, the actions we take today that truly shape our path forward. Focusing on the present doesn't mean disregarding the future. It means being fully engaged in what's happening now, understanding that the present is where all progress begins. When we get too focused on the outcome, we lose sight of the small, necessary steps that lead us to success. Whether it's a big project at work, a long-term personal goal, or an academic achievement, we often become fixated on the idea of reaching the finish line. But success is not something that just appears at the end of the road. It's built in every moment leading up to that point. When we focus too much on the future, we overlook the power of the actions we take today, the decisions we make in the now. Every choice, every action, no matter how small, is a building block that gets us closer to where we want to be. If we only focus on the end result, we miss out on the growth that happens in the present moment, and we fail to appreciate how far we've come. Living in the present allows us to be more mindful of the process. It's in the small tasks, the everyday efforts, that we truly learn and grow. By immersing ourselves in the present, we can give our full attention to the task at hand. Whether we're working on a project, learning a new skill, or simply engaging in a conversation, being present helps us put our best effort into what we're doing right now. When we're mindful, we're able to give our full focus, which leads to higher quality work and deeper understanding. It's the quality of the work done in the present that will ultimately determine the outcome, not just the desire for success in the future. Focusing on the present allows us to maintain better mental and emotional well-being. It's easy to get overwhelmed when we constantly think about the future. We start to worry about the what-ifs, the possibilities of failure, and the challenges we might face down the road. But the truth is that worrying about the future doesn't change anything. It only takes away our energy and focus from what we can actually control, which is right now. When we focus on the present moment, we let go of unnecessary anxieties and give ourselves the freedom to engage fully with what's in front of us. This presence of mind brings clarity and calm, which ultimately helps us perform better and feel more in control. The present moment is where life happens. When we live in the moment, we give ourselves the opportunity to truly experience life. Whether it's the joy of a small victory or the lesson learned from a failure, focusing on the present also allows us to be more grateful for what we have right now. now. Often we're so caught up in our desire for more that we forget to appreciate what's already here. By being present, we develop a sense of gratitude for the current moment. And in doing so, we cultivate a more positive and fulfilled mindset. Gratitude for what we have today allows us to stay grounded and focused, helping us move forward with purpose and clarity. Focusing on the present helps us avoid the trap of perfectionism. When we're fixated on the future and the ultimate outcome, we may become paralyzed by the pressure to do everything perfectly. Perfectionism can stop us from taking action, or worse, cause us to give up before we even begin. However, when we shift our focus to the present moment, we let go of the need to be perfect. We realize that it's okay to make mistakes, to learn along the way, and to grow. The present moment is where we can take imperfect action without the fear of failure, knowing that every misstep is just a part of the process. The beauty of focusing on now is that we give ourselves permission to be human, to take risks, and to learn as we go. Focusing on the present creates momentum. The more we stay in the moment and dedicate ourselves to the tasks at hand, the more progress we make. It's easy to get discouraged by the enormity of a goal or the distance we need to travel. But by breaking it down into manageable, present, sacrificed actions, we can make steady progress. Every small action we take today adds up to bigger results tomorrow. Success is not achieved by waiting for the future. It's achieved by showing up in the present, putting in the work, and moving forward step by step. When we focus on the present moment, we gain the clarity and energy needed to keep going one day at a time.
Beneath the stars we whisper dreams. A violin plays soft, it seems. The night unfolds its velvet wings. We dance on air like fancy things. A crescendo builds with every beat. Our hearts, they dance in perfect heat. The world is ours in silent screams. We're floating high on whispering dreams. Together we are one sweet song. The night won't be too late, too long. Our melody will carry on in every note where we belong. The orchestra, it swells to life. The strings, they cut the dark like a knife. Your voice an echo in my soul. In every verse we find the goal. Oh, violins, they cry so pure. In every touch we find the cure. Your hand in mine, the music flows. In whispered dreams, the magic grows. Together we are one sweet song. The night won't be too late, too long. Our melody will carry on in every